You are sitting on your sofa, perhaps scrolling through your phone or lost in a book, when your dog suddenly shifts their weight and leans their entire body against your legs. It's a heavy, deliberate pressure that almost anchors you to the floor. Most of the time, you probably reach down to scratch behind their ears, thinking they are just looking for a bit of extra affection or perhaps a bit of attention. But what you are actually witnessing in that moment is a silent, ancient ritual of protection that dates back thousands of years. Your dog isn't just being cuddly or needy. They are intentionally guarding your perimeter because their heightened senses have detected a change in the environment, a shift in the air, a distant sound, or a scent that your human nose could never register. They are marking you as their priority. They are creating a physical bond that says, "I am here, and nothing is getting to you without going through me first." You've likely seen this 1,000 times and thought nothing of it, but there is a hidden language behind your dog's most common habits that suggests they are secretly acting as your personal bodyguard every single day. Welcome to Paws Chronicles, the Canine Mindset channel, the place where we pull back the curtain on the silent language of your best friend to reveal the depth of their devotion. Today, we are going to explore the 6 secret ways your dog has been shielding you from danger. Number 1. The anchor lean. When your dog firmly presses the side of their body against your shins or sits heavily on your feet while you are standing still, they are doing much more than seeking a pat on the head. In the complex psychological world of your dog, physical contact is a way of claiming space and creating a unified front against the unknown. By anchoring themselves to you, your dog is ensuring that if you move, or if something startles you, they will feel it instantly through their skin. They are essentially turning themselves into a living, breathing sensor for your safety. This behavior is deeply rooted in pack dynamics where staying physically connected meant survival in the face of predators. Think about a time you were standing on the sidewalk, perhaps chatting with a neighbor or waiting for a light to change. You might have felt your dog's weight suddenly drop onto your toes, or felt them press their shoulder into your knee. In that moment, you might have felt a bit of frustration, thinking your dog was being pushy or in the way. But look at it from their perspective. Your dog was monitoring the entire street, the cyclist behind you, the stranger approaching from the corner, and the stray cat under the car, all while making sure they were physically tethered to you. They are taking on the heavy burden of vigilance so that you have the luxury of staying relaxed. It is a profound act of selfless guardianship. When you feel that lean, your dog is telling you that you are the most precious thing in their world, and they are not letting you out of their sight or their touch for a single second. But this physical closeness is only the beginning of how your dog monitors your safety, and this next behavior is one that almost every owner has found a little bit weird at some point. Number 2. The doorway sentinel. You have probably noticed that your dog has a strange, almost obsessive need to follow you into the bathroom or, at the very least, sit right outside the door while you are inside. While it might feel like a total lack of privacy, and perhaps a bit comical, your dog views this as your moment of maximum vulnerability. In the wild, an animal is at the highest risk when they are preoccupied, cornered in a small space, or performing biological necessities. Your dog recognizes that when you are behind that door, you are distracted. You are off guard. They see the bathroom as a place where you could be trapped, so they station themselves as a sentry at the only entrance. Imagine you are in the middle of a warm shower, the steam filling the room and the water muffling the sounds of the house. To you, it's a moment of relaxation. To your dog, it's a moment where you are deaf and blind to the world outside. That is why you'll often find them lying across the threshold or sitting with their back to the door, facing the hallway. They aren't trying to invade your space, they are protecting the den. They are making sure that while you are busy, the perimeter remains secure. It's a silent, daily vigil that many of us laugh off, but it is actually one of the purest expressions of your dog's protective instinct. They are literally watching your back when you cannot watch it yourself. Now, if you think that sentry duty is intense, the way your dog watches you eat reveals even more about the hierarchy of love in your home. Number 3. The strategic mealtime watch. Many owners feel a flicker of guilt when their dog stares at them while they eat dinner. We often assume it's just begging, a simple, selfish plea for a scrap of steak or a piece of crust. However, if you look closer at your dog's body language during your meal, you'll see something much more sophisticated than hunger. In a wolf pack or a wild dog colony, the most important members of the group eat first while the others stay alert for predators. By focusing so intently on you while you eat, your dog is often performing a lookout duty. They are providing you with the social security you need to focus on your nourishment without fear of interruption. Picture yourself sitting at the dining table after a long day. Your dog is sitting nearby, eyes locked on you. But notice how every few seconds, their ears twitch toward the window, or they briefly glance at the front door before returning their gaze to you. They are balancing their hope for a treat with a deep-seated biological drive to keep the provider of their pack safe. They are guarding the resource, which is you. They know that when you are eating, your focus is downward, not on the environment. By staying awake and alert while you eat, they are ensuring that no intruders can surprise you. It's a beautiful, reciprocal cycle of care. You provide the food, and they provide the fortress. But the most subtle warning sign doesn't happen when you are active, it happens when you are perfectly still, and it can be quite chilling if you don't know what's happening. Number 4. The sudden statue stance. Have you ever been watching TV or reading when your dog suddenly stops dead in their tracks? Their body goes completely rigid, their tail stops wagging, and they stare intensely at a seemingly empty corner of the room or a blank wall. It's a behavior that has led many owners to joke that their dog is seeing a ghost. But the reality is far more grounded in biology. Your dog is actually processing a frequency of sound or a subtle vibration that your human senses are far too dull to catch. In that moment of stillness, your dog has transformed into a high-tech security system, filtering through thousands of data points to decide if you are in danger. Perhaps it's the sound of a neighbor's car idling 3 houses down, or the faint scratching of a pest in the walls, or even a change in the wind as a storm approaches. Your dog's brain is currently in high gear, calculating the threat level. They are being a statue because any movement on their part would create noise in their own sensory field. They are sacrificing their own playfulness to ensure the environment is safe for you. When they finally take a deep breath, shake their body, and look back at you with a wagging tail, they have officially given you the all clear. They've done the hard work of worrying so that you can keep relaxing on the sofa. It's a heavy responsibility they carry every single day, often without a single word of thanks. And this next one? It completely changes the way you will see your dog when you are out for a walk, especially if you've ever felt they were being stubborn on the leash. Number 5. The position patrol. When you are out for a walk and your dog constantly adjusts their position to stay between you and a passing stranger or another dog, they are practicing a behavior known in psychology as splitting. This is a highly sophisticated tactic where your dog uses their physical presence to create a buffer zone between a potential threat and the person they love. You might find it annoying when they trip you up by switching from your left side to your right side as someone passes, or when they stop and plant their feet as a stranger approaches. You might think they are being difficult or poorly trained, and you might even feel a bit of guilt for their rudeness. But your dog is actually performing a complex social assessment. They are reading the micro-expressions and the energy of the person approaching you, things like heart rate, scent of adrenaline, and body posture, that you might be too polite to notice. By putting their own body in the line of fire, they are making a statement: to get to them, you have to go through me. They are refusing to leave your flank exposed to a world they perceive as unpredictable and sometimes even hostile. They aren't trying to be the boss of the walk, they are trying to be the shield. Every time they split the space between you and a stranger, they are renewing their vow to protect you at all costs. Now here is where things get really interesting, because while all these signs are powerful, the most emotional way your dog protects you happens when you are both at your most vulnerable, in the middle of the night. Lastly, the big reveal. Earlier, I teased a behavior that is the ultimate sign of your dog's devotion, and it's something you might have even scolded your dog for in the past. It's that moment at night when your dog insists on sleeping in a spot that seems incredibly inconvenient, like right in front of the bedroom door, or even heavy across your feet. You might have tried to nudge them away, wanting more legroom or worried you might trip over them in the dark. You might have even felt a bit of guilt, thinking they are just needy or cold. But the psychological truth behind this choice is enough to bring tears to your eyes. Your dog is actually sacrificing their own comfort and their ability to have a deep sleep to act as your living tripwire. In the wild, sleep is the most dangerous time for any animal. By placing themselves in your path, or by sleeping in the bottleneck of the room, they ensure that absolutely nothing can reach you without waking them first. They choose the hard floor over their own soft bed just to be your final line of defense. They are using their own body to bridge the gap between you and the rest of the world. They love you so much that they have turned their very existence into a shield for your dreams. They are saying, "Rest now, I will take the watch." Your dog spends every waking moment translating the world's hidden dangers so you don't have to. They are the silent heroes of our homes, taking on the stress of the world so we can feel at peace. Understanding these 6 signs doesn't just make you a better owner, it honors the deep, ancient bond and the incredible heart of the animal living in your living room. I want to know, has your dog ever done one of these things when you least expected it? Have you ever caught them staring at a ghost or guarding your bathroom door? Tell me your story in the comments below. I read every single one. If this video helped you see your dog in a new light, please give it a like and subscribe to join our community of dog lovers.